I work from I'm a I'm crazy. I work from the time I wake up at like 6 a.m. till the time I go to bed, and all of that is like on something for my project. So like I'm fully independent like as a solo artist. So I'm doing like all the social media. I am doing my voice lessons. I'm working on the songs. I also do like directing and screenwriting for all my music videos. So I like plan the music video. I write the whole thing out. I like for my last music video, I learned how to dance with my friends and I brought on my friends to choreograph it. So like we spent all this time choreographing a dance and then I edited the music video and that all took all this time and yeah, and there's just like a never ending list of things as I feel like an independent musician that just like continuously piles. And every day you're like, I got through this checklist. And then you're like, here's another checklist of all the other things I have to do. Um, and I'm working to get like a band together. So like right now I'm a solo artist and I don't have like a band to play live. So that's like my next big joint project is like, okay, how do I get a band together to start doing live shows to then by next year be touring or at least like playing as an opener on someone's tours or getting on the festival lineups and then but like also like still doing music videos, still making sure I put out music, still making sure I'm doing all the stuff on social media to like keep garnering new fans and keeping my old fans intrigued and engaged and yeah, it never, and then also like I love creating like looks and like I love being all parts of the creative process. So like I immerse myself in it. Like I eat, breathe, sleep, do all of it. And then also like I do creative directing for my producer as well. So like for his music video, I came on as a director and I like helped write the concept for it. Um, so it's so much work and I'm tired all the time, but I love it. Like I feel like I'm living my dream and it's so much fun.
They're doing it great.
Yeah, it's really cool though. I mean, you're doing so many fun creative things too, so your life sounds really fun.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Oh shoot. I said you're doing so many creative things too, so your life sounds really fun and exciting.
Oh, yes. And
Yeah.
when did you sleep?
I I sleep
You
literally
don't
like
have enough time.
literally like four. It's a great night when I get 6 hours of sleep, and then I wake up and I drink an energy drink, and then I start all over again. Yeah,
That's really bad. Like I can tell you anything because I have insomnia.
I know. I'm like you. I feel so bad because without sleep, I'm cranky. I'm angry. So I get it. You must be like so just like or that's how I would feel.
sometimes, sometimes. It all depends on the people I find in my way.
Yeah, you're like, you have to all be chill and give me good energy.
And they say we need to sleep 10 hours a day.
Yeah, I
So
know.
you
I'm
sleep
hoping like in this, yeah, no, sleep is very important. I'm hoping that like things will calm down a little bit and I'll get like a good like couple songs done so that like I won't have to be working as much as frequently so that I'll have like a little bit more downtime and to sleep. I do take naps though. Like I will take naps here and there, especially like I think I do like a lot of different distortion practice, like with my voice to do screaming. And I found like after I do a voice lesson, I have to nap. My brain is so tired. And not like clean vocals, but specifically like if we're doing like a rytmanoid distortion, which is like the kind of gives you sometimes like a grittier rock type sound. And I feel like so much of my brain is trying to figure out like the proper placement and like how I'm going to project this and how I'm going to keep doing this and not hurt myself. And then after that voice lesson, I'm like, I need to nap for 20 minutes. Like my brain is like, okay, recharge, reset.
can you do it just for 20 minutes, or do you need more?
I can take like yeah, I know. You're like when are you sleeping? I can take little 20-minute naps. I notice like when I'm on a music video, I can nap while they do my makeup, which is like really funny. Like I'll just like, okay, I'm gonna take a cat nap right here before I go back in. Um, but like I feel like for me, 20 minutes to an hour is my like solid nap, and then I'm up and recharged again.
Oh, that's cool because I couldn't do that.
You're like, I have to sleep now.
When I take naps, it can be they can last 20 minutes.
I
They
mean, to
always
be
usually
fair,
more.
I was gonna say, to be fair, you totally need just like the sleep. Like, you need all that sleep. So that makes sense. Yeah.
I did an interview and she asked me how how I was it. Sorry, but I need to
No
Spanish.
worries.
And the first thing that came to my mind was I was sleeping.
You're like,
And she
I
was
want to.
like because
No.
it was two 2 o'clock or
Oh,
something like
yeah.
that. So it was weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think the time difference too, like, because I'm sure you're calling and meeting people from all over the world. So, like, coordinating times must be hard.
But the word one of the word not interviews but time was with I don't know if you know Patrick from Buddha side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He lives in LA too.
Oh, wow.
And well, there is a lot of people, but
Yeah.
he is a musician too. So and we the interview didn't wasn't recorded.
Yeah.
So we had to do it again.
Oh my gosh.
And he fell asleep, and I was I'm late, I'm late, and then he appeared with his face like a zombie, and I was like, what is this?
Yeah, the time differences are hard.
But we can do it.
Yeah, well, I'm glad I'm not keeping you up. I'm glad that you were. What time is it for you right now?
7.
In the morning?
Yes.
Okay. Oh gosh, it's so early. Sorry.
No, no, it was worse when I told you to do it at 5.
Oh yeah, that was 5 a.m. I was like, I could totally do 10 p.m. so you don't have to wake up at 5.
No, it's okay, it's okay.
Well, as long as you're not too tired and you're a little rested.
Yeah, no, I'm perfect. I was before going to sleep. I was watching Gossip Girl.
You're like, I just want to sleep more. It is so
I remember.
important. People don't understand the importance of sleep, and then all of us creatives are just working all the time, not sleeping very much, taking on more creative projects, just going from project to project. Like you, I'm sure you're just in different job, different work, different interview, different art thing, and we're just neglecting our sleep.
But I
And then we try to
feel,
sleep and then we can't.
but I feel better when it's the night and I can do things. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. No, no, I get that.
But for the next day, it's work.
Yeah. Even like if I don't just like kind of spend a little extra time laying in bed, even if I'm not asleep, those little like extra bits of laying in bed help too. Because it just kind of like you're like, okay, I'm relaxed, I'm recharging a little bit. Okay, now I can go.
Now I'm not a person again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you see some people and say, I still. how to say, at home.
Oh, I feel like my producer and I, when we worked on this music video, on like the editing side of things, we were working like super late nights, and every night I would just be ordering us like these milkshakes to keep us going because we were so tired. And I was like, no, no, we need milkshakes, it'll save us. And our bags under our eyes, like we both looked like we were zombies. Like we were working probably 20 to 21-hour days and sleeping like 2 to 3 hour nights, both working on a ton of different things on top of editing the music video. We would like make eye contact and our eyes were just like, and we're like, and we're like, okay, we got this, right? And we're like, and we'd be like so tired. And finally, when the video was done, we both were like, okay, it's done. And then we're like, oh my God, we're on to the next project. And our eyes were just like the whole time.
But
And
that
we
makes
both,
it perfect to record for our music videos.
yeah, no, I know. It like fits into our horror theme, just like both of us looking like living zombies all the time.
It's sad,
Water,
but we have to make that.
yeah, no, I honestly, like you could be really tired and drink a lot of water, and then you don't look very tired anymore because then your skin gets hydrated. And I'll like throw on some eye bag masks, like the little like hydration ones, and then I'm like, oh, I look like I got 8 hours of sleep. I haven't, but
But to me, it happens that when I go out or something like that at 10 p.m., I really need to sleep.
yeah.
I'm not gonna like I know.
No, I get that. Like when I'm tired, I just even like because I do so much of like the like I guess like administrative part of my project because it is just me at the moment. So like so many of like my emails are like doing posts or planning the marketing campaign or making sure like everything is like in order for like the whole week to do like my schedule. I'll just be like laying in bed. I have my heated blanket wrapped around me and like I'm just like completely like cocooned while working from my computer. And like I'm like, I don't want to sit at my table. I want to be snuggled in my bed so that the second I close this laptop, I'm passing out.
I did the question here, but this one is not the same time. I didn't realize that. Because I've done a lot of papers there. Um, that makes my
Oh my gosh.
there's makeup everywhere too.
Oh my gosh. I know. That's funny.
I wanted to do last night a rock zombie makeup.
No, I love your makeup. It's very like beautiful, gothic. It's very fun. I like it a lot.
But for interviews, I tend to have to wear this one.
No, it
This
looks
one
great.
or this
I'm like, yeah. And my lighting is I thought my computer would be much brighter, but I have like the little bit of sparkles and the ombre lip.
really, really beautiful.
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
tried to the teacher and said,
I know I was like, you appreciate makeup, so I'm gonna do my makeup for this and it'll be fun.
yes, yes, I really like. One of the questions is about the
Yeah.
makeup.
Oh, that's so cool. I love it.
I would like to know about the formation of your band.
Yes. So I guess technically I am not a band. I am a solo project. I work with a main producer, Ryan Davis, on all my songs. Um, and then when I do live shows, I will be with a band. But I guess Fae Fatale is me, and that's a solo project. But I really formed this project because I grew up in a musical household. My dad and my brother are musicians, and my grandma was also like a performer. She was a singer, she was an actress, and she also modeled. And all of them had such a massive influence on me as a kid. And I was so like enthralled by the musicians I looked up to that I had always wanted to be a full-time singer, songwriter, and performer. So a couple years ago, I really was inspired to just follow my childhood dreams and really just put this all out there. And so I launched my first song back in August. And yeah, I'm following my dreams of being inspired by all the beautiful musicians in my life and all the creatives.
That's really amazing.
Thank
What
you.
genre do your family?
Sorry, cut out a little bit.
What genre of music does your family make
So
your
my
family?
yeah,
Sorry.
no, no worries at all. It's funny because my dad, he is a jazz musician. He went to Berkeley School of Music and he did like jazz fusion. And then my brother growing up, he was into more like rock and classical and he's like really deep dive like the electronic scene. And my grandma, she was like really into like classicals and like Hollywood, like that was a bad what's the word I'm looking for? Broadway. She was like really into musicals and Broadway. And my dad was also really into musicals, so I got this like very large eclectic like style of musics from everywhere. And I didn't even get into like metal until I was probably in middle school. My brother showed me Iron Maiden. He showed me the song Number of the Beast. And I remember like, being like this little like tween, being like, this is the craziest thing I've ever heard. And I'll never forget like the moment sitting in his car when I heard metal for the first time in my entire life. And something just was and
That's nice.
like I was like, that's the coolest thing ever. And like it just came back to me in my adult life where I was like, I have to do that. And like I'm so inspired by jazz and Broadway. And like I think that's probably why I want to perform the way I do and have these like full shows. But yeah, it's really funny because I grew up listening to jazz and classical music and the blues and like old school rock and roll. My dad and his friends like were very into the Allman Brothers and oh my God, I said the Allman Brothers. um and what's the other band that I'm drawing a blank on? The Grateful Dead. So I got like a very interesting upbringing of music, but it all shaped me into liking the music I like now.
So that is in your blood.
Yeah, I grew up singing like for I swear like the second I could make noise, I was singing and songwriting. And then I also played the cello as a kid, and I loved it. And I would love to play the cello again. I think that's like one of the coolest instruments.
And what is your favorite musical?
Which one?
Which is your favorite musical?
Ooh,
The most.
I sorry, my service is like not the best. I would say I loved Wicked so much. Like, I remember seeing Wicked for the first time and hearing the song Defying Gravity is so powerful live. There's just something about, I believe we saw it when it first came out on Broadway with the original cast. And because I grew up in New York, so my parents were very into like, okay, let's go to a Broadway show. Um, yeah, I remember hearing it for the first time and just getting full body chills when she hit those high notes and the way her voice just like belted through the theater. I was like, whoa. I was like, that's so cool. What do you like Broadway? Do you have a favorite musical?
Not very musical. Well, I love the, how do you say it in Spain is Los Miserables. It's
Hmm.
based on a book,
Oh,
and they are, I don't remember the name. It's very, very sad. And
yeah.
the main character is Hugh Jackman, Lily Collins,
Yes.
and
Yeah. Oh,
but
that's
I can't remember the name in
I know I'm drawing a blank too, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Very cool. I
but
love.
I watched that a lot of times, too many
Yeah.
times.
Honestly, though, like I feel like musicals are very fun, but I also just I love plays. I love like is it like fables when they're based on books? Or like epic poems. Maybe I'm totally wrong. But yeah, I like anything that's like performative and telling a story. I know Sweeney Todd is a musical, but Sweeney Todd
Yes,
with Johnny Depp in it, oh my gosh, it's so
Johnny
cool.
Depp is the best, you know.
Yeah.
He's God.
Yeah.
I've got two of his tattoos.
Yeah.
And I need his face tattooed in my arm. I will need him, but I can have him so at
Oh,
the moment.
you're like at the moment. Anyways,
We have to hope it's the last thing
it's
we have.
funny.
And what do you think about the new Wicked thing?
I honestly, this is so bad. I haven't seen it yet, but I've listened to the soundtrack and they are incredible. Like all of the singers on that, the music, it's phenomenal. I really need to see the movie. Have you seen it?
Yes, I thought it was going to be
Really?
but no, it was really good. I really
Okay, okay.
like it and the actors and everything.
Yeah,
I
the
will watch
cast
it
was
again.
they're all so talented and like listening to like I watched some of their press interviews and I listened to the soundtrack and I was like, wow, they're all just so talented and so it was so well done. I need to see the movie.
You you have to watch it. I wanted to see Snow White, the new one,
Oh
but I
yeah.
don't know if,
Yeah.
if I will regret
I
seeing
know.
it.
I'm so behind on watching all the movies I want to see, and I feel like I'm just catching up to the horror movies I want to see, and now I need to catch up to all the other movies that everyone's talking about because I'm like, I'm so behind. I'm like
What
trying
is
to catch
your
up on the lap. Oh, sorry.
no tell me.
I'm trying to catch up on the show The Last of Us because everyone's talking about it, and I'm like, wait, I need to know. I don't know those.
You have to watch it. That
Yeah,
goes first.
yeah, that has to be number one.
I I watched the, all the episodes.
Oh wow, yeah.
And I need to see more.
Yeah. No, they're so good. I watched up to episode 6 on season 1, so I'm like, okay, I think I got 3 more to go. Now I need to get to season 2. And they're so emotional. I just after I think it was like episode 4, I was like sobbing in my apartment. And I was like, oh, my heart. And I was like, I can't take this.
And Pedro Pascal is another
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah. You know, it's a really good like production and film when you're like bawling your eyes out and you're like, but they died. And you're like, you can't die.
And you say something to people and spoiler.
I know, I'm like, wait. I'm like, I didn't tell anyone.
And how would you describe your music?
I would say my music is it's dark and emotive, but it's also like experimental and performative. Like I feel like I imagine each song that I write to be like a little fairy tale. And with each song, I feel like I'm creating a different world and a character. and I imagine I'm like this character in this world, and I'm building an entire different world and like chapter for my audience to like immerse themselves in, and each like little chapter is completely different from the other. Like I feel like Raw Meat was this very like villainous horror like world, and then Grim Reaper is this like beautiful whimsical like fairy tale, and each main character that I'm playing is completely different. So I think it's all very based in stories, like, and performing and really like giving an experience instead of, well, not instead, I guess, but like each song is an experience. Yeah.
And have you considered acting too?
I do love acting. I wasn't like properly trained in it, but it was something I discovered now being on camera. And I've been asked to be in a couple of my friends' music videos, which they're awesome. They're like, you play such a good spooky girl. And I'm like, oh, I love it. Um, but yeah, I didn't know that was something I really liked, and now I love it. Like I go into this kind of, it's similar I think to like when I write music, where I go into like this trance like flow state, and it's just like I just start creating, and then my brain just goes somewhere else, and I really like can immerse myself in the creative process. And I have so much fun with it. But then after, I'm like, what did I do? And everyone's like, that was cool. And I was like, oh, cool. Okay.
They're going to be the next Mia.
Oh my gosh. That would be awesome. She's incredible. Oh my gosh.
I really
Yeah.
like her. She's really talented
She is so
and really
talented. Oh,
creepy.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. I'm like, she's badass. So talented. So cool. Her characters that she plays and her facial expressions and the emotion she can like invoke through the camera, and you're like, whoa, yeah, she's very talented.
When she starts to, I don't know the word in English, to scream, to scream.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
uh, how did you handle being a new band or musician?
I think I think I'm handling it okay. I mean, it's definitely like something I'm still adjusting to, and every day is different. And as I was saying before, I feel like there's so many tasks all the time. Like you feel like you're finishing one thing and then there's another thing. And I think a lot of it is just like task management, time management, and being able to roll with the punches, and like knowing that usually things are not going to go as planned, and you have to be adaptive and creative with things, especially working on like sets with like a ton of different people and a ton of different like time constraints. And I think I've gotten really like good at now being present in the moment, which is really cool. Because I feel like I used to be able to go from like project to project and just keep going, and I'm working really hard on being like, okay, take a second. We're in this moment. Um, and yeah, it's really cool, but I definitely like I'm still learning as I'm going, and it's a big adjustment being like a full-time artist, but I think I'm handling it okay.
And how did you see the support from people to metal music?
Sorry, could I ask you one more time?
How did you see the support? Support?
Mm-hmm.
Support? Uh,
Sorry.
I'm sorry, I'm getting
No,
nervous again.
no, 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 don't be sorry at all.
How do you see the support from people to metal music nowadays?
Yeah, it's really interesting actually, because I was I was a bit like it feels like there's been a big shift. Like it feels like metal music is having its moment right now. And it feels like people are really coming back around to metal music. And I think a lot of it is because honestly, we have a lot to be angry about. And the women in the scene are really pioneering right now. And the women in metal are making strides just for women in music in general. And I think there's like this whole new wave of, I think, fans coming that like they really love the music. And I feel like I'm lucky to have found my fan base like really early on. Um, and it's really cool seeing this new support of metal because I don't, I mean, given I was young and I wasn't like tapped into like the scene, but I don't remember the scene being as supportive and open and embracing new artists as they are now, especially women in metal. I think there is a lot of support that wasn't traditionally there. And it's really cool to see artists like Courtney LaPlante and Poppy and Ginger just like and Baby Metal just like taking off with these massive fan bases that want to see them do so well. It's really cool and it's really inspiring. Yeah.
Which is your favorite artist?
Oh, there's so many. And I feel like it changes all the time. I think, hmm, I right now I would I know. I'm like, who's my favorite artist? There's so many. And there's so many like I draw inspiration from like a plethora of artists. Like I have so many artists that inspire me. I think my favorite artist right now is Lady Gaga because I think the Mayhem album is absolutely like a work of art. I think Marilyn Manson is probably one of my favorite artists like of all time. He inspires me and is so instrumental to my creativity. Um, I also love Poppy's new album. I loved Poppy from day one, and I loved Poppy when Poppy went metal. And I think the new album, Negative Spaces, is incredible. Her vocal progression from where she started with the first metal song that she put out and those screams to where she was on Negative Spaces just blew me away. She is such an incredibly talented artist. So she's definitely also one of my favorite artists of all time. And that album, I think Negative Spaces is just incredible. From like her clean vocals to her screams, I was like, let's go. Like these are so good.
Have you seen her live?
Which one?
Have you seen her live?
No, I would love to. I have you seen her live?
No, no. I think she's coming to Spain, but I don't know when.
Yeah. Is there a festival in Spain that all the artists play, or do they just play like the big venues?
There are some festivals, and we have one in Murcia, in
Oh,
Cartagena,
wow.
and it's called Rock Imperium.
Oh, cool.
We've got Resurrection Fest that
Yes.
takes place in Galicia, and Leyendas del Rock in Villena,
Okay.
Alicante, and I think and we have other new festivals, but they are big, but not as big as the other one. The
Hmm.
biggest one now is Resurrection Fest.
Yeah, I've heard of that one. And then I know, I think it's Germany gets a lot of the really big rock and metal festivals too.
Yes,
Yeah.
a
There's a
good place
cool,
to live.
yeah.
Let's go to
I'm like, you gotta go to all the festivals, do live interviews. That'd be
it would be
awesome.
amazing. I want to go
Yeah.
to Meraluna Festival, but far away.
Yeah, I know. We got to get you out to the US and we got to get you doing some of the cool rock festivals out here.
Oh, there, I'm sure you have everything.
We do have a lot of big
Everything enough.
ones. I would love to do the like a European tour and check out all the rock and metal festivals in the like UK or not UK, EU and UK. Um, and just like get to meet all the different cool bands out there too. Because there's so much talent out in Europe and out of the UK and even like out of Australia, there's a ton of really cool rock and metal bands coming out.
Where?
Australia.
I don't know.
Um,
To this, I think I don't know anyone from there.
if I'm
Or
not mistaken, I think I could totally be wrong. Is Throne from Australia? Okay, we're gonna have to look this up. Because I'm like, I thought they
and
were
the
Australian.
street part.
I could be
Like
totally
the
wrong.
tequila.
Yeah. No, no, no. Okay, I'll have to look this up because I was like, yeah, there's a ton of cool bands coming out of Australia, and now my brain is drawing a blank, and I'm like, I think Throne is from Australia, but maybe I'm wrong.
I have no idea.
There's like a big Australian fan base for metal too. Like they have a big festival. I know Poppy played. I think it was in Melbourne. And then I think Bad Omens played that festival, and there was like a I think Spirit Box maybe. Yeah, the Australian like metal community is really big.
I have to take it
Yeah,
a
we'll have to
small
go to
part.
Australia.
And who are your inspirations apart from maybe Manson, Bobby?
Yeah.
Because
I think a lot. I draw a lot of inspiration too from like cinema as well as art, performers. Like I remember David Bowie in Labyrinth was like mind blowing for me as a kid, and I studied a lot of like the old designers back when I was younger. And Alexander McQueen and his runway shows and the garments that he created and how he merged music with these fashion pieces and like the ambiance and the settings he created were just some of the most profound like visual things I could have ever seen when I was younger. There was a fashion show that he did where there was like this crazy fire and it was also raining, I believe, at the same time. And he also did that one fashion show back in the 90s where they were like in this old cathedral. And I feel all of that was very inspiring for me.
and what is your favorite horror
Ooh, I love this question. So,
movie?
like, I am such a horror junkie. I love the 2018 Suspiria remake. I think that movie is so well done and is such a visual masterpiece and so beautiful and grotesque and disturbing and horrifying, but also like so empowering for women. Um, and like all of that, like witches, and it is so cool. I love that movie.
I really like that movie. I saw it with my little sister.
Wait,
And she's not as big as my
I
sister.
saw it with my brother, and he didn't give me any precursor of like what the movie was about, and I didn't look it up. So I had no idea how crazy this movie would be. I remember we saw it in like a small theater, and I was like the whole time. Like I remember leaving the theater being like, that was insane. And then like it really processed and I was like, wow, that movie's amazing.
And you have just released Green River and Roaming. How was the creative process when writing the lyrics and creating the music video?
Yeah. I would say they were both very different. Like Raw Meat came to me when I was on a family trip with out in Joshua Tree and I got like inspired to make this like very villainous a karmic like retribution type character that is like seeking revenge on someone that like wronged them. And I really played into like this whole story with the music video for that song too, of like being this bad villain that like kidnaps someone and buries them alive in the desert. And that whole like song was just this very like rage filled, very angsty, like I just channeled all my anger from past experiences, and it was so much fun to write that. Or Grim Reaper too, it was so much fun to write Grim Reaper, but it was very like cathartic, and I felt like so much of it was this like emotional release and like healing something inside of me. And like everything with the music video felt like this whole different light. Like it was all this like very fairy tale, whimsical, creative. Like I really tapped into like younger me and like loving fairy tales and loving princesses and loving this like elegance of Victorian Gothic. And like I felt like I lived out my princess fairy tale dreams with that music video where like raw meat, I was like, I'm a villain. Like I'm killing someone, and then in this one, I'm like, I'm learning how to ballroom dance.
I tell you, it's in our heart.
Yeah, like totally different worlds, but both like two of the most fun songs and projects I've ever worked on. And I left both music videos after like working on them being so happy with the final product. And I think it helps too that I make all of my music and all of my like music videos with my friends. So it's such a fun, like loving experience, and everyone is really excited to be a part of it and want to make like something really cool. So like every time I leave a project, I feel like my heart is so full, and it's like those like pinch me moments where I'm like, I can't believe I get to do this with people that believe in me and love me and what I'm doing, and it's really cool.
But they are talented, so it's normal. um, who does your makeup for the music videos and creates your outfits?
Yeah, yeah. So Natasha Longmuir just did my makeup for the Grim Reaper music video. They are so incredibly talented. I literally like I they did my makeup and I wanted to cry because I felt so beautiful. Will Covey did my hair on the Grim Reaper project, but Will did my makeup on the spiral photos where I was the clown with that crazy background. Um, and that Will blew my mind. Like I that clown makeup was so cool too. For the music video, Elena Lark designed the ball gown for me. We were connected through a mutual friend, and I was showing Elena all my inspiration from the Labyrinth movie and being like very Victorian Gothic Nosferatu themed. And Elena designed the most jaw-dropping ball gown. I literally was like, this doesn't feel like real life. This is stunning. And Elena and I are going to be working on some other projects together, which is really exciting. And then my brother's girlfriend, she's also costume designed for me. She's also one of my best friends. She's designed a couple different outfits for me, and also designed the Grim Reaper costume that our actor wore in the music video. And with like, it was very like haute couture. Like he had like a big hood on with like a point at the end. And yeah, it's so much fun getting to create these like looks with all my friends, and it definitely like changes from project to project, but yeah, those are who I worked with recently.
And of all your songs, which one do you think the public likes the most?
Probably Lobotomy still. I think that one seems to be like a crowd favorite. And I feel very grateful because that is the song that built me like a real fan base, which was really exciting. And I guess really cool that that was my first song I released. Um, People really just I it has like a pretty strong meaning, and I think it resonates well with people. Um but yeah, people really like that one.
And for you?
I think Grim Reaper is my favorite because I just feel like I really like the melodies on Grim Reaper a lot. And I think even though it feels like I wrote the song like such a long time ago, it feels so new. Like, even though it's not new, like I don't know, it's like one of those things where it's like, oh, this is so exciting and fun. But we have a lot of new songs that we're working on that I'm really excited about, and I am dying to just like share them.
Hey.
I know, I'm like, wait, the second they're done, I'm sending them.
I want to know everything before it happens.
No, literally, I'll tell you the second they're done.
Is there any artist you would like to collaborate with in the future?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I think about this all the time. I feel like I am like such a fan of musicians and artists, and like I'm just such a fan of anyone following their dreams, and yeah, I'm a big fan. I think I want to collaborate with a ton of people, but I think the person I want to like my dream collab right now would be Bring Me the Horizon. Can you still see me? Did it freeze?
I can hear you, but your image is
Let
freezing.
me,
I don't know if
let's see.
it's mine.
Did, did this work? Oh no.
Now
Wait, why
I
won't
see your picture.
it? Okay, you can see me?
your, your profile picture. Ah, no,
Oh,
no,
okay.
now I see you.
Sorry
I
about
was like,
that. I know, I was like, what happened?
run
Yeah.
away from me.
I know, no, I promise, I'm still here. No, I'm loving this. Thank you so much for having. This is awesome. I won't run away, I promise. I'm so
we have
happy.
we have to do another interview.
I would love to. Thank you. I'm honored. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry about my I don't know how to say it. Because I get really nervous when I start to do a video call or
Oh, wow.
I'm starting posting videos now.
Yeah.
But I never talk in videos. I have to start doing it fast. I feel like
Oh, oh my gosh.
seeing me. I keep them private.
Oh my gosh.
And I post them when the world is ending.
Yeah.
This is my last kiss for you, people. And what word would you describe yourself?
Oh, that's such a good question.
As a
Hmm.
person, as an artist?
I, I would say multifaceted. I think I have a lot that I like to do, and I love to like just immerse myself in different things. So yeah.
And is there any message you would like to give to people who's watching us?
Hmm. Thank you guys all for watching. This is so exciting, and I'm so honored to be here and for this interview. I'm so grateful. It was incredible meeting Lizzie, and it's really cool that you guys watched this. If you're just discovering me, check out my music. I direct, I screenwrite, I sing, I songwrite, and I do like a ton of other things. If you want to check out my music videos, like we talked about, they're really fun. They're on YouTube. And I have so much more that I'm going to be putting out, and I'm so excited to share all that with you guys. So thank you so much for being here, and I'm honored.
But we need to know it now.
I know.
I try, but you don't say anything. You don't say anything.
No, this is incredible. Thank you so much. This was so awesome.
I'm appearing your doing asking questions. Tell me about your new release. And thank you so much for being here with me today. And it's
No,
been
thank you.
an absolute pleasure. You're so nice.
No, so are you. This was so much fun. I was like, wow, I can't even believe it was an hour. I was like, I just had so much fun.
Did I have that was the time?
I know.
That is perfect. And we have to do another one, and we have to meet in person.
Yes,
We
please. I'm
have to
like,
try
okay,
to
I need to
remember
come to
time.
Spain. I need to visit you. I need you to come to the US. We have to meet. And yeah,
I didn't hear the last
no, it's
thing you
okay.
said.
I think my Wi-Fi cut out. I was saying you have to come to the US and I have to come to Spain. And when I have new music, we have to share. I will send it to you immediately. And yeah,
Of
I'm
course,
like, they'll
of
all be
course, of course.
awesome.
I'll be waiting for that. They keep
No,
hitting my
soon.
Instagram every day. Music, music.
No, it will be very, very soon. I promise.
So it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It was also a pleasure. I'm very grateful and yeah, I hope you get some rest and enjoy the rest of your day now.
I try, I try. I try to do anything productive.
I know. Nap when you can, sleep when you can.
I really need to do that later, not now.
Yeah.
That thing
Well,
okay.
yeah.
So thank you so much.
Thank you. It was so lovely
I
meeting
wish you a
you.
great.
Bye.
Bye.